Welcome back to your reading with Wise Oracle of the Light 1111. All right, all right. Let's just get into this reading for you, okay, collective? Do keep in mind that energies can and will be fluent. So, whereas I may direct things to a feminine energy, I might use the feminine energy and say female, but it doesn't necessarily mean that's the case. We all hold feminine and masculine energies within us individually. So, whereas the card may appear to be a female, you could be a male holding the feminine energy of that card. Just keep that in mind, guys. Sorry to burst your little ego. Yes, guys, you too have feminine energy. Oh gosh, it's a beautiful day outside, y'all. I decided to do a reading outside, do a blanket down, got some stuff together, and hadn't done a reading for you guys in a while, but I just come to realize with myself, I have a lot of forgiving, and it's not really just with other people, it's with myself, and I have a hard time forgiving myself for allowing things to have happened. I'm having a hard time with that, y'all. So, I'm having a lot of things go and accept a lot of new things that I wasn't always really comfortable with accepting. But it's not that I'm not comfortable, but society and what they think is right. You gotta have a mind of your own, guys. And a lot of us want to go and get answers from other people instead of finding the answers within ourselves. And that's really where your answers are. You can relate to other people, but they can't really give you the answers on how to deal with your particular situation. Everyone's different. We're kind of the same, but we're unique and different in our own individual ways. So, with that being said, I'm just going to get right into the cards for you guys. I really did miss you, and I'm sorry that it has taken me so long to get back to the readings, but if you're not new to the channel, you already know how I am. I will disappear, but I'm always going to come right back. I have to work in my own life. Okay, let's get some of the energy oracle cards to see what type of energies we're gonna have in this reading today. I have saged the cards and I did meditate over them, and I would like to, before we start this, sing ring the singing bowl, calling in all angels and spirit guides. Please guide this message for the collective. Show us the messages that we need to hear and see for our highest good. Namaste. All right, now let's shuffle the energy oracle deck and see what the energies are for this reading. Hear the birds outside, crickets, locusts probably. It's a beautiful day today. It's been cold the last few days, but it's kind of warm today. It's warmed up enough to sit outside and do a reading for you, collective. I wasn't feeling like being inside the house to do readings. That's not what I wanted to do. Goddess of the moon. We're in full moon energy, y'all. It's really one of the reasons I wanted to do the reading because we was in that full moon energy, and I wanted to do the reading like either last night or the night before last, really when the. But I feel like either way, we still are in the full moon energy. So, wow, goddess of the moon. I was thinking about I want to get a tattoo right here on my arm of this and put moon goddess on it. Some of y'all might be, more of a moon goddess type, whether you're male or female, like I said. Okay, you might, you know, appreciate the moon, follow the moon phases and things like that. But I mean, that coming out with the full moon energy, like, try to get one more card. Here we are, community, and storm warning. I feel like, well, 7 and 7, but I feel like, I mean, that's obvious when we're talking about you, collective, because there's always those storms, but you handle it so gracefully all the time. And I don't know, I'm not getting a good vibe out the community here, okay? I mean, like if you're not new to this channel, you already know that when I read cards for the collective on my channel, it, the collective is usually a divine feminine, and she takes a lot of crap from the community, basically, jealous and envious of all her beauty. She doesn't have to do all kinds of stuff to make herself, you know, classy, sexy, appealing, exotic kind of stuff, and other people have to try so hard at it. Maybe they don't feel they don't have to try so hard at it. Maybe there's just their self-esteem, their confidence, you have a confidence that a lot of females envy, okay? I don't know, collective, but you always have this energy around you, and I can see why you stay to yourself mostly because you it's like, really, like, can you just let me live my life, you live your life, and why you hating on me? Well, this is even going down to your job. Like, you'll end up either leaving a job or them. I want to use the word fire because it's such a negative word, but you know you'll end up getting fired over some jealous stuff. You'll be thrown under the bus for things that, I mean, you're lucky you're not that negative person. Like, you don't, if something like this is, well, sun's right behind it. You got the moon and the sun behind that. But you even though you come, you might have been in the darkness and in the storm, you always come out shining like the sun. You always do. And people envy that. They're trying to figure it out. Even if you're not around them, they still kind of think about, well, I can't say kinda because they doing an awful lot of it. You're very admired. You're very envy. They envy you. And then what it does is puts negative energies towards you, and it makes you. So, like, if you're feeling like, I'm just getting close to where I can be okay, something knocks you the back, and then it's not, you know, but you don't go and retaliate. You're like, okay, this is how you want to be. I'm gonna do what I have to do. Move on gracefully, as like I always do. And one thing about you, collective, is you are a firm believer in karma. That's what makes you more divine than a lot of people, because yeah, I feel like there's something happened here, collective, and it's not something that you've done. And I'm so over the same readings with you, because it's not always the same person. It's like, say if you put up with something at one job and you went from one job to the next, you might be putting up with the similar thing at the next because of the jealous, envious stuff that goes on around you. It's disgusting, really. And the Fool, you got the Knight of Swords, Page of Cups is on the bottom. I mean, a collective. Whatever you might be going through, whatever storm you might be going through, you always come out like this. Like, it's always. Look, strategies right behind that. You have good energy in this reading. Like, other than this community card that I'm not feeling, and obviously the storm warning. Even though some of you, because like Tom only exists to us here, okay, so this could be something that has happened to you, or something that could be happening. This card right here, I just feel like you're running from whatever that storm warning was due to this community. Whether the community's family or actual community or job, it's going to be different for everybody. I mean, I never have a negative reading for you, collective, but there's always that energy around you. And they say you are who you hang with, so you try not to hang with anybody, but that stuff just seems to look. You. You're really powerful in your thoughts and your beliefs. I don't. I know you're trying. You're trying so hard not to. You're trying so hard to stay strong and like positive. And for the most part, you do, but it's. I feel like you feel like it's getting harder, like for you to. I just feel something in the pit of my stomach, like. Even though I see a lot of good cards for you, I don't think you. It's like. See, you're focusing on what's lost here. You're like. You have. I know it's kind of hard for you to see because I get it, but if you look back on what you've been through and realize where you're at now and how you've gotten there, like, you're strong, you're powerful, and you focus on what you lost. You don't have to, because you didn't lose much of nothing, because it's it wasn't basically a stepping it was basically a stepping stone to get you to this point so you can get to that, like a strategy. You're good at that. Abundance, blossoming abundance, y'all. Look, sorry. My camera's like a little off, so I'm going to turn it, so be patient with me. I want y'all to be able to see the cards. Your cards are so positive. Why are you feeling the way you feeling? You're not even showing this. I mean, I don't feel like you're smiling as much as you would normally be, happy, go lucky kind of, but you are still putting on a smile. And I feel like that's just who you are, though. It's not like you want to go out seeking revenge on anybody, because you don't do that kind of stuff. But you don't have to feel that type of way either. Like, because you got something. Like, I know you're like, but I keep hearing this, and they keep saying it's coming, and I don't see it because I keep getting knocked back. But they keep saying it's coming. They keep saying it. You see, you are definitely stopped. You don't have to do that. Your wounds, they're just wounds, okay? They're just scars. You don't have to be like that anymore. You can trust somebody you can trust, because there's a balance, something's balancing out for you. Yes, guys, I don't have my cards in reverse, and I usually mention that, but that even though I don't have my cards in reverse, I do from time to time see them in reverse. And this one I feel like is reversed because you're not broken hearted. You're good in your heart department. You've let things go. You've balanced out. But if you could just get into a position like, I don't know, maybe a job, you can't get the job to appreciate you and what you bring to the table. They want to discard you basically for what? For what? For another girl or feminine energy that's not really going to do the job at all and walks around with this grumpy dump attitude and does really never smiles. You are smiling, you're happy go lucky. Okay, I'm going to use an example in my personal life. Let's say if you're working somewhere and you're in a management position and a customer comes to you and you have to card somebody. This is just an example, okay? You have to card somebody and they're like, I don't know, 50 years old, in their 50s. And they're like, well, they never done this before. You're new to this place. Well, they've never done this before. Yes, but it's under new management, and now we have to bring an ID. They get crazy with you. They get mad at you because you're doing your job. You're following policies, and they get buck with you. You don't accept that type of behavior. You have boundaries now. You stand up for yourself, whereas you never used to do that, but you're doing it now. And it seems to come back and bite you in the ass either way. And you're like, well, do I just not stand up for myself? Do I not just keep my boundaries? No. Keep your boundaries. You understand that? Keep your boundaries. If you get fired over keeping your boundaries and following policies that the company wants you to follow, and you're going to lose your job over it, well, then guess what? You don't need that. You can move on. You can find much better. You will get much better. The person, the ones that's not going to get it, they're going to find out. They're going to find out who the winner is. It's you. No matter the conflict, they can throw anything at you, and you're still going to get through it. You're going to get through it like a warrior. You always do. You always do. I feel like this reading is a little bit more. Look, you're abundant. You might you might not have a Donald Trump bank account, but you're okay. Even if you did recently lose a job or something in that along that, you're okay. It doesn't bother you. You're gonna move on just like you always do, and you're gonna get what you've asked for. You've asked for something. You've asked for something here, tangible. Tired of the struggles. And you don't want to have to do it like like a lot of people like, oh well, I have to be with somebody so I can pay rent. You don't want to do that. You want to show people that you don't have to do that. You can be by yourself and live a good life. You don't have to have a 5 bedroom house. You know, you're comfortable with the smaller things. You appreciate the smaller things. Some people are too materialistic. You are not. Move. You definitely have. And I know it's exhausting. I know it's. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know if the microphone is messing up on y'all, but I'm gonna go ahead and move it. So if it gets a little staticky, the hands, the helping hands, which for me is like helping hands. The hands keep you're getting help, whether it's physical. I mean, in this physical or spiritual, you're still the hands. It's hands. Community comes out. And it makes me see this card a little more positive with all of this coming out. You know, because whereas you might have community on one hand, that's not such good community. You have community on the other hand, that's not too bad. I don't know if we should be going on anymore in the reading. See, you're healing. You're still healing. Whatever this healing is, it's you've been doing it for a while. You've been doing that healing for a long time, collective. Um, Now you probably don't want to hear to see the collective, but you being a divine feminine, you do. You need your masculine. You need your divine masculine. You already have the masculine within you. You're a balance of your masculine and feminine energies. You're already a balance in yourself. Now you need, because you're a divine feminine, you need your divine masculine. And I feel like divine masculine is he's kind of he's like wishing for you. I don't know if you even, because you're so busy still trying to heal yourself, you're not, I don't think you're ready for this. So you're not. You like being single, you like being independent. But just because you have a divine masculine that might come along for you doesn't mean that you have to lose your independence and all of that. You've done all the work, and now you get that if something, you're not going to sit there and wonder all the time, because this person that comes along is going to treat you the way you should be treated. And at first, it's probably going to be a little bit scary because you're not going to expect it. You're going to think it's player vibes, you know, because that's what you get a lot of, player energy. But don't just be so quick to judge, okay? Just go with the flow of it. Don't, don't, don't rush it. I don't think you will, but you don't have to jump into a marriage, just take it slow and one step at a time. If it takes months before you, I don't know, hold hands or something, like take your time with it. Just take your time with it, but don't cancel any and everybody out, okay? You know what you're looking for. You already know what you're looking for. It's what you've been doing all this work for. You've been preparing yourself for that. It's gonna take a lot of burdens off your back. A lot of you do have a lot on your plate. Like you have a lot of responsibilities. If you don't pay your rent, then who's gonna do it? You don't have nobody else. You're by yourself. Okay. You don't want to be in a relationship for that, but it's always nice to get a little help. I don't know, maybe when if something like that is for you, it's like you don't want this person to feel like you might be taking advantage. You want them to do their thing, and you do. It's hard to for you to explain because it's hard for me to explain. So I mean, I don't. Only you know. You know what you've been looking for. You know what you've been asking for. You've been asking for it for a very long time, even before you've had an idea of what you want to be with, but you never end up with that person. Like you end up being with the player, the douchebag, you know? But you do know what you're looking for. Well, I don't know what else to say here, collective, but I really did enjoy doing this reading for you guys. I've missed y'all. All I can say for you, collective, is you already know that I don't have to tell you how strong you are. You already know what you've been through. You already know what you won't accept, and you already know what you're looking for in your divine masculine. I don't think you're gonna accept anything less. Not after everything you've been through and all the work you've been doing. But I don't feel like you feel like you're ready for that yet. I don't feel like you think you're fully healed. And if you think that you're not fully healed, then by all means, collective, then you're not fully healed. Don't let anybody else tell you what you are or are not, okay? Because that's another point. You know how you feel. Don't let anyone else tell you what's right and what's wrong. You know, okay? Take as long as you want, but don't take like don't just you take as long as you want, but don't omit anybody and everybody. Okay, like talk, conversate, get a phone number, go on a date. You don't have to, go to second base and all of that. Okay, all right. Well, collective, I'm going to go ahead and close out this reading. I can't promise when I'll be doing a next reading, but I do like the scenery outside. So as long as the weather is nice enough, I will do the reading for y'all outside, okay? I really do appreciate each and every one of you and who has subscribed to the channel. It's been sticking with the channel since I have started. I'm not sure who is subscribed on my channel because I don't have the luxury of seeing individuals on my channel, okay? I just know how many subscribers I might have. And if you comment, then I'll know. But other than that, I don't know who likes, I don't know specifics, okay? So I'm just going to say thank you to each and every one of you, whoever you are. And I say that very sarcastically. I really do appreciate you guys. Peace, love, and light, and namaste.